Well, I think the tattoo looked good still, Freya.
I wish you could see it in person.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, it's not. Maybe it's not a bad tattoo. Maybe I just think it's worse than what it is because it's not what I expected or what I wanted or whatever.
Show it to the camera again. Could mess up your focus. Yeah, but that's hilarious. It was very funny last time. Okay.
Could I get it back?
So what is it specifically that you?
So you see on this side, the crown does not connect with the fucking skull. Do you see the gap?
Just about, yeah.
So there's that. And then the teeth look like my grandma's lips. And my grandma has passed away. So that says a lot.
Right. But I mean, it is a skull, so,
And then the crown itself just looks a bit shit. I mean, if I could show you, let me show you what I showed the guy. Like, what I wanted, essentially. And then you'll probably see what I mean. So chat and Falcone chat, this is what I showed him, right? That's what I wanted. Like, it's kind of dark, a bit gritty, like very shaded, like kind of.
Does look better.
Yeah, so sick. Yeah. And then this is what I got. Focus. Well, you've seen it, but.
No. I want you to get the focus right. Okay, cool. Okay, and now can we get the focus back on your hand?
No. Oh my days.
Tattoos do seem difficult to get right, to be fair.
And also it's hard on a finger, and like he looked at my hand and was like, oh, you've got very small fingers. I was like, yeah, I do. But I've seen, like, Ellie Goulding?
Yeah.
She's got a skull and crossbones on her finger, like on her middle finger. And I'm like, oh, that looks so badass. Like, I really want to get that. And then I was like, I won't really get the crossbones, but I want a skull. And hers looks so cool. And like mine just doesn't quite hit the same vibes as hers does,
I'm looking at hers now.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's a kind of a bit of a lame one. Like, it's a bit wet because she got like a matching one with her ex, Dougie.
Oh, that's
so it's a bit wet, Yeah.
Yeah.
But I quite like the tattoo itself, but I don't know.
But I think you said, didn't you say to me before that you can get rid of finger tattoos quite easily?
Yeah. So with finger tattoos, they don't press the ink in as far as they do, like, say, on your arm or wherever else, because obviously it's right on bone and the skin is really thin. So it doesn't go as deep, which means that laser is usually like one session, depending how much like shading and stuff that they've added. But like if I wanted to get this infinity symbol taken off, I would have to wait maybe a month and it would just rub off on its own. So
oh wow.
Yeah. So I just have to get that touched up a lot or just let it fade,
I know like nothing about tattoos. So like, is it expensive to laser tattoos off? Is that more expensive?
I don't know. I've never had a tattoo lasered, but I do know that it's more painful having it lasered off than having this. Because like this, like I am really, really, really bad with pain. But when I tell you, it didn't hurt. And that was kind of a red flag for me, I was like, it should hurt. Like, is he not shoving it in enough, So
no pain, no gain,
No pain, no gain. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I don't know. I could get it like touched up and made more detailed and whatever, but I'm worried that it will just look worse. So I don't know what to do, but it's fine. Would you ever get a tattoo, Falc?
Well, I've been talking about that all morning on stream. I don't think I trust myself to like something enough where I'm still going to want that in my body in 5 years or even 5 months.
No, I get that. But that's why, like, if you want to get a tattoo, you have to want it for at least a year. And then if you still want it after that year, it's like, okay, like, then I'll get it.
It's like I was saying earlier, like, when I was working full-time on Hearthstone for Blizzard, I was thinking at the time, that this game is my hobby and it's my job. Like, I pretty much spent my whole life playing it. If I was to get a tattoo, it'd probably be a Hearthstone tattoo. And now 3 years later, it's like, I don't really want to be associated with that in any way.
Yeah.
So,
no, I agree with that. I don't know, for me, like, I am one of those people, I don't really care too much. So, like, if I've got, like, skulls and stuff, I know that I like skulls. I've always liked skulls. And it has nothing to do with my career or, anything like that. Yeah. And then And also though, I'm one of those people, like I've got a rose as well, like on my wrist, and I don't necessarily love roses, but I just think a black rose is sick, so I thought, oh, I'm gonna get that. But like, if you're someone who does care, you know, about like that kind of stuff, then it probably maybe isn't for you, you know.
Yeah. I don't know.
But it's hard to know for sure. Like my first one was really scary because I was like, oh my god, like I might hate this, you know.
How old were you when you got your first one?
2019.
Oh, only 2 years ago. Okay.
I think. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Oh, I think it was 2019.
So you were already a pretty old lady by the time you got your first one.
Define old lady, Falcone. Is it your girlfriend's age?
Oof!
Is it your girlfriend's age?
Ouch! Ouch! I mean, yes, and now my chat are reminding me that Katie is old. Okay.
As they should, as a good chat should.
Anything older than me, okay? Anything older than me.
What, that's old lady.
Yeah. And 2 years ago, you were still older then than I was at that time. So, therefore.
Fuck's sake, I hate you. Also, I was in your chat earlier, obviously, and people were asking, oh, like, are you part of the LGBTQ plus community? And I remember you mentioned to me before that some people thought that you were, and I never understood why. Is it just because of your emotes? Because that's mad.
So I think that's part of it, but I also think my voice and also my sort of almost flamboyancy in the way that my body language and everything. I think maybe
wouldn't say that you're flamboyant at all.
Really? That's interesting.
No, like Andy is flamboyant.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm not as flamboyant as Andy.
I don't know if flamboyant's the right word. I think you're in touch with your feminine side, which is a good thing. I think that all men should be. But flamboyant, I wouldn't say that word. Because when I think of flamboyant, I think of like, you know, really out there and loud and I don't know. Just
maybe over the years I've gotten less flamboyant because I've got a friend in my chat saying, "Hey, remember how you were at college, Dan?" And we don't need to go into that.
Oh, really?
I was probably more flamboyant when I was younger. I'll put it that way.
But then that's like is that not just a age thing, you know? Because you're old now, right? So it's probably why.
Yeah. Hey, in gamer years I am, you know? I am. We both are.
And in real life you
yeah.
apparently.
I wouldn't go that far. That when I call you old, I'm just talking about gamer years. I'm just talking about gamer years. In our Among Us lobby, you know, I'm looking at who's playing now. I don't know how old George is. Bloody's younger. Lulu's younger.
George is
Kay's younger. Lexi's.
I think George is my age or 28.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, look, okay. Today's lobby's a bad example because Silas and Raz are also old, but like, Lexi's young. Lexi is a good young.
Oh, God. She's 7 years younger than I am.
Regular
yes, she is young.
Gamer age.
But I think, like, yeah, okay, I get what you mean in the sense of like the career that we've chosen to do. We are on the higher end age-wise, like on average. But that's only because this career is new and we've just jumped on it late, you know?
Yeah.
So like all the people who are trying to get into it now are young because they're like, oh, I could do that. And like they started off early because it's been around when they were like children. So now that they're old enough to actually want to do it, they can. And they can do it like from like 16 or whatever. Whereas for us, when I was 16, this wasn't really a thing, you know? Wait, was it a thing? It wasn't a thing, was it? How old is Twitch?
It was barely starting to be a thing because it used to be Justin, right? Justin TV, and I don't know when it started.
I actually don't really know much about Twitch because I only really got to know Twitch when I moved over to it.
So you've only even been on like known about Twitch for the last year or two, then, right?
Yeah. Well, I've known about it before because of G, but I didn't know anything about it. Like I knew what it was because of G.
How long has G been on Twitch? Do you know?
4 years, I believe. Something like that.
So for me, I mean, I'd heard of FreyzPlayz Pokemon before, and I didn't really know what Twitch was, but that was quite a bit. Did you hear about that back in the day, FreyzPlayz Pokemon, or was that kind of outside of your?
No.
So Twitch Plays Pokemon was this huge thing that really helped Twitch blow up years and years and years ago. Probably about 10 years ago now. And the concept was someone had programmed this bot so that they'd have like one of the Pokemon games playing on their stream, and their chat would type instructions of what the character should do, and the game would do what chat tells them to. And it was this whole thing. It was like, how long will it take Twitch chat to beat Pokemon? And the stream ran 24/7 for like a couple weeks until eventually the game was completed.
That's so cool.
Back then, Twitch had like a 15-second delay. So if you typed for the character to do something, they wouldn't register for 15 seconds. And you've got a chat, you've got like literally tens of thousands of people in there spamming things. So it was basically random. There were moments where like the most powerful Pokemon on the team was released and sent away forever. And that was like a big step back in progress. And it was a whole thing.
Wow.
Many memes were made during this. And that's sort of when I first heard about Twitch. I didn't really follow it closely, but I knew it was happening. And then a few years later, I got to it by accident because I was sort of discovering Hearthstone, this game I was becoming addicted to, and I was looking up guides and trying to get better. And then something led me to a Twitch page, which is where I found the person who I was reading the guides to. His name is Trump. Trump SC, not the other one. And then from there, I was like, oh, there's a whole category. So if I click Hearthstone, and then I discovered the next streamer I started watching, which was Hafu, and that was sort of how I got into Twitch, and that was like 7 years ago, I reckon. So I've been around.
So did you ever play Among Us with Hafu? Because Hafu was someone that was one of the first people that I ever played Among Us with. So I played it with the OGs, and then G made that whole server like for Among Us games and stuff. And she was in there as well, and we played every day for such a long time.
Crazy. Yeah,
like it's mad. Like her and DK, I played with 5UP as well, and it was mad. So had you ever played with her before that? Because I hadn't met you before, had I?
No. Like so back then I was just a fan, back in 7 years ago. I'd watch Hafu and Trump and the other Hearthstone streamers, and then eventually I got into sort of working with Hearthstone, working for Blizzard. And I think I met Hafu at Gamescom in 2017, but it was only sort of like a brief, hey Hafu, I'm Falcone, you may know me, I commentate. Oh yeah, I love your work. And that was sort of it. And that was literally the whole communication we had until a few months ago when I played in her lobby a little bit. But no, we never really, although we worked in the same circles, we never really, connected.
Right, yeah. Yeah, no, I feel that.
But, eventually I played with Hafu in her lobbies a few times, obviously, but now it seems that she's pretty sick of Among Us. She doesn't play at all now.
Yeah, she's not doing it at all. I thought that they were like doing maybe like a week on, week off thing, but I'm pretty sure they've just scrapped it completely now, haven't they?
Yeah, I've heard they're playing Goose Goose Duck today, so...
Really?
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
That will be interesting. Because I think that game had potential, but I think it's because like I couldn't help but directly compare it to Among Us, because of like it is Among Us pretty much, but just different and like not as... Like it's not as friendly. Like with all the text and stuff that was in the game, it was like really hard to read and stuff, and people who are like maybe dyslexic or whatever would maybe struggle with that. So like things like that, I think like they need to change to make it more user friendly, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I think they'll improve it over time. It's just a question of whether it'll be too late,
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, because like we've kind of been there, done that, right?
Toast did a whole speech on it a few weeks ago where he said that he's kind of not just done with Among Us, but done with social deduction, because he feels he's told every lie. He's made every clever play. He's kind of just put it in a different setting. It's still going to be the same.
I feel like that's kind of how Jack feels, but he just hasn't voiced it, because his plays are really good. Yeah. Like his plays are really good. Like his play style can be quite aggressive and some people don't like it, and that's fair play. But from my perspective, I don't like it, but I respect it, because I'm like, you have completely outsmarted me here. Like, and I get annoyed at that. But it's just because like he's done some really like outlandish play or whatever. But I do think, because he was saying the other day like that he's struggling because we all kind of know now with his tales and stuff. Yeah. So he's now obviously trying to branch out, but like there is only so much that you can do, so it does get hard.
But also playing with the same group over and over again, like the more you play with them, the more you like. That's one reason I have more fun I think now playing in my own lobbies, because a lot of the people, it's like a lot of fresh faces that sort of don't know what to, and I don't know what to expect from them. Whereas I feel like the sort of classic me, you, Wolfabell, Raz, Harry, it's probably just gotten a little bit tired.
Well, when I play in your lobbies, I am way worse because I can't read. First of all, I don't really know who's talking at what time, and I'm I like have to watch the speech thingies to like see who's talking, and then people are like saying where they are, and I'm like, who's that? Okay, they're there, and it's like just way harder for me to like keep up because I don't know the voices as well, and it's just or like their play style and stuff. So I don't know, it is a lot harder. So I actually find it a lot more engaging because I'm like really trying to work it out. Mm-hmm. But you're right, like obviously I feel like I know when, although she's definitely changed it up, but they got to a point where I knew straight away that it was Belle, and that wasn't fun because I was like, I just feel like I'm constantly like attacking her, and I'm not. I just know it's her. But she's definitely like switched up now, so like it is harder for me to know. But there's like certain tells, like Vikram's tells and stuff, Kay's tells.
Where's the body?
Where's the body? Sorry.
I mean, something I used to say about Among Us on stream a lot is that one of the things that makes the game so great and so replayable is that you can play with different people and have a very different experience. And maybe that's the problem, is that like we've got quite a regular group now. You know, I'd say most days it's the same 6-7 people, with the last 3 sort of rotating. And I guess we've probably sort of as a group sort of pushed it as far as possibly can.
Absolutely, yeah.
I will say Jack hasn't told every lie. He hasn't faked Giant and gotten away with it. So, you know.
True. Oh my God, Falc. Do you know how... I didn't even know how I felt after that. I was just there and I was like, wow, Frey, you really just let him say that without questioning
in the YouTube video, after I reveal that I'm not Giant, it cuts to you and you're going, Falc, you little troll.
I was just so like, wait, what? As if, how did I like let that slip past me like so easily? Fuming. Hello?
Jesus Christ.
I watched you. I watched you jump. That was really funny.
Yeah, I just got like a DM from Kay and I was staring really closely at it as well. So, are Twiglets just like sort of the main part of your diet, Freya? Because apart from when we went for a meal, it's all I ever see you eat. Oh no, you talk about Nando's. Hang on, no, you have Nando's. You have Nando's.
I have Twiglets once a day. No more, no less.
No less.
Oh, I have my bag a day. And
you know what they say?
If I eat too much, I get spotty.
A bag of Twiglets a day keeps the doctors away.
Keep the spots on my face. It's bad. They're just so good though, Falcone. They're so good.
Sure. I tell you what, I've started to really like the Walker's Marmite crisps that they've got. They're pretty good.
No, but they sound good.
Yeah, but I don't know, Twiglets just, they taste bad to me. Okay, now my chat are getting really excited about the idea of a Falcone podcast.
Yeah, chat, what are we saying? Do we want a podcast or like should we long it off? I don't know.
What was that? Long it off?
Long it off.
We could have a whole podcast of you teaching me about London slang. Remember, I only learned like what peak meant.
A long time.
I only learned what peak meant a couple months ago, remember? Like,
no, you did not.
Yeah, with you and Lexi. That's peak.
And you say I'm old.
When you call something peak, my brain goes to, that's the peak, that's the top of something. So that's really good, right? That's a good thing.
No, but that kind of is the same thing. Like, oh, that's so peak. Like they've gone, above to like insult you. Or whatever.
You just twisted it the last time. They've gone above to insult you. It's like there's a disconnect there. It's weird.
So funny.
I'm not a boomer.
You definitely are.
Someone in my chat's gone, wait, that's not what it means? No, it means it's bad. Peak is a bad thing. And What's the one that peng? Peng means hot, right?
Wait, you didn't know what peng was?
No. Yeah, peng like penguin. That's right, chat. That's right.
Peng, you know buff?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, buff is
Like the
like
same thing.
buff is like strong, right?
Yeah, but I don't use it in that. I'm like, oh my god, like she's buff, as in like she's hot.
Okay, sure.
We could genuinely talk about the different slang words for so long.
I want to know what long it off means.
Like, sack it off.
Oh, okay. That means just don't do it. Just forget about it.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. Like, long it off. Like, nah.
I lived in
Or, like-
London for years and for 3 years and don't know these.
I'm disappointed. But then
Actually-
I'm not surprised because you are a boomer.
I think I did know some of these in the past because when I was at uni, I had a girlfriend who lived in Essex, and she said a lot of words like that, and I just didn't understand them for the most part.
Chat, what other words are there?
What
I'm
other
not
words
thinking
are
of.
there? That's
Because
it. That's the sentence.
I can't think of it from the top of my head. Like, what other words?
Chat. What other words are there? Freya, 2021.
Oh yeah, like rah. Like, you know what rah means, right?
Rawr. That's like a cat. It's like a lion that's like rawr, right? So it's like, is that like a sexy thing? Is that like a sex thing?
Chat, please. No, definitely not. Rah's like, oh damn. You know, like rah.
Yeah.
Oh rah, that's like so sick.
Okay.
Fuck. Shank. Bear.
That's stab. I know that one.
That's stab. Oh yeah, leng. You know what leng means?
Hang on, I'm gonna take an estimated guess.
Go on.
Leng
This is really fun.
sounds like leg and also sounds like long. So if someone's leng, it means they've got long legs.
Oh my god, don't. No, not quite. Leng is just another word for peng. Like she's leng.
Why do you need a second word for?
There's lots of.
Peng?
Well, it's like hot, sexy, like you know. And then,
Oh, sure. Okay, sure.
bunda.
Bunda?
Hey gamers.
Hi, Harry.
Hey, honey, how are you?
Harry, help me out here.
Harry,
What does
teaching
bunda mean?
Falcone slang words.
You wanna know what bunda means?
Yeah.
He doesn't know what anything means.
I'm learning. I learned that leng does not, in fact, mean you've got long legs, but actually means you're hot.
So Falcone, are you leng or not?
Yeah,
You've got long legs.
obviously. Well, I don't have long legs, but I'm leng, obviously. Like, come on.
I've taught him now. I've
learned
taught
now.
him the leng word.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, take a guess at what bunda is then, Falk.
Bunda. So it sounds a little bit like Buddha. So I would say someone who is bunda is someone to be respected,
My soul.
but also
is
I
fit.
love it here. I love it here. Oh my god. Chat, I really hope that you're clipping.
Leaving my body.
Hello. Chat, please tell me that you're clipping everything that comes out of Falk's mouth right now. Oh, it's too good.
You know what wagwan means?
Well, Gregan says that, and it means hello, right?
Yeah.
No?
I mean, it
What?
does.
Yeah,
It's
no.
just so funny the way that you...
Okay.
It means hello, right?
I only know that because Gregan says it.
It's so funny.
Huh? What'd you say, Jay?
He thought, like he said, it sounds like Buddha, therefore it sounds like
Someone to
who
be
should
respected, but also feared.
They definitely should be respected or feared.
True.
Did you want to actually tell me what it means?
You've got
It
a nice
means-
bunda.
Yeah, like, you know, but
Oh!
yeah.
I mean, to be fair, my description wasn't far off then.
Yeah, because
Respected
you
and
should
feared.
love and respect a Bunda, and you should fear it
Yeah.
because of its almighty power.
Yeah, so you're making fun of me, but like, I think in reality,
I guess so, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.